Hi, you two. I'll have you both introduce yourselves and tell me a little bit about the installation today.
Yes, of course. I'm Juan Rodriguez, and I'm an architect with Mithun. Been there for about 2+ years now, and I've participated in the design festival before at previous positions, but it's always a wonderful thing to come here and be able to create something that's new and definitely a little bit more organic and amazing than what we do. But
Awesome. Thanks for being a part of it.
Yeah, and I'm Chris Lim. I'm an architect with Mithun. Been there for about 2 years. I love how it kind of brings the designers in the city together and kind of lets you see what everyone how they interpret the theme, in their own way.
Yeah.
Just seeing what other people come up with is a lot of fun.
Great.
Yeah.
So tell me about Sky Patch and how this came together for the festival this year.
Yeah, so I think it was a very collaborative process at Mithun. It's about a dozen of us at the firm, just kind of brainstorming, and we also had some kind of larger firm events to kind of think of ideas on how to interpret the theme. And this one, it came together through a series of sketches and ideas about how we wanted to interpret the theme, which is in flux, and we were trying to think of a way, like we noticed in previous years, the shade was a prominent part of like what people liked most about it, and kind of like the escape from the festival, the activeness of the festival. So we wanted to create kind of a contemplative space that you can witness like the sky above you and the changing of the festival itself around you, and just kind of like a more static, like contemplative space, meditative space.
That's awesome. And
Yeah.
tell me about some of the materials that you used here. I remember reading that some of them were like upcycled fabric, and this
So-
piece in the middle is so beautiful.
No, absolutely. So I think one of the things that we always think about when we participate in the festival is what happens to the installation after the festival is over. We are, always trying to think about how to approach our ideas in a sustainable way. It's one of the things that's really important to us at Mithun. So the way that we approached this, we definitely wanted something that was big in scale, right? As Chris was saying, the idea for it really sprouted off of our interpretation of influx as something that's ever changing, ever transforming, always bringing in new information. And for the pavilion itself, I think what we wanted to do was have it function as a counterpoint to it. That's why the installation is almost in stasis, if you will. But as far as the materials go, like I said, we wanted everything to, if it cannot be reusable, then at the very least, let's have it be recyclable or something that can be upcycled in some way. So that's why we went with the scaffolding. So we've partnered with Lee Scratcher Lewis and one of their staff, PCI, who graciously provided the scaffolding for us and put it all together. They even made us a mock-up a few weeks ago so that we could see it, in large scale. So all of this will head off to a different construction site, I think, in the future. The netting itself is the same type of netting that they use at construction sites to sort of fence off the area. So all of that, when we'll take it down, we'll roll it back up. And then the cube itself is made mostly out of honeycomb 1.5-inch thick cardboard. So all of that will be recycled as well. And there's a couple of, you can see a couple of 2x4s that are in there to give it a little bit of structural support where needed. Those will be coming back to us to Mithun. So the idea is that by the end of the festival, there will be very, very, very little, if no waste at all.
That's amazing. We love to hear that.
Yeah.
Thank you both so much for being
Yeah.
a part of it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.